I'm going to show you how to create a new course in Chessable. This is a good way to learn a collection of custom model games that you created yourself or that you come upon you like and want to learn. It does require that you've created an account in Chessable. All even free accounts in Chessable can create their own courses and use them. You do get 5 slots for free courses. Generally, this will count for one of them, but in my opinion, it's a really good way to use it. Use one of those slots. Okay, so I'm going to create a new course. I'm at the new course page, Chessable. Let's call this white repertoire for the white pieces. And I'm then it's created. I'm gonna go to this course, which should be here, white repertoire. Course is created by me. And then I'm going to create a new chapter for my C4 sample repertoire. And then I'm going to edit variations. There are a couple ways you can get variations in here. You can actually just play them through and add notes manually. This is a little slow, although if you're trying to learn it, it's not a terrible way to do it. Typically, I'm going to import from PGN, and the way to get the PGN is just to go to from the lichess study. Down here on the right, there's this copy PGN button. And then you just paste it in. Now this is going to paste it in chapter by chapter. There are only 12 chapters here, so it's not that hard. So that's the way we're going to do it. You can't paste it in all as one set of PGN with variations. I don't like doing that quite as well because I like having the whole variation, the whole line to play through. If you paste it all in as one, some of them are going to be branches. They're going to start from somewhere in the middle. Anyway, it's not a big deal, but that's how we're going to do it. So this I imported. And then it's untitled versus untitled, so I want to fix that. Something like, this is an E5 line, so C4 E5 line number 1. And that should be saved. And then if I look at the user view, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to paste in each of these 12 and then come right back. Before I go to sort of showing, just practicing them, there is one setting that I do like to make, which is one of the course settings. It's the default is after you learn, it quizzes you. I like doing it immediately, and that's just because these are lines we already know, we've been going through ourselves. So it just takes longer when it shows you each move. So I'm just going to run through training one of these lines. Typically, you would do this with some frequency. The first time you do it, it requires you to do it like 3 times, I think. So let's just look at one of these lines. Maybe this one. It's shocking to me how popular D5 is against the English with any cohort. But this line is just such a powerful demonstration of why it's bad. So just going here, controlling E5, playing normal moves, just grabbing the center, full center. Look at that beautiful center. And then here, just this is the number 1 move played in their cohort almost 50% of the time, and it just loses like immediately to the classic Greco bishop sacrifice. If you only learn one pattern, learn this one. And this queen g4 stuff is pretty typical with this. Let's check, but just move over, and then he's just gonna get mated with this beautiful rook h6 idea. I can play this line through all day. Oops. It's in English. All right. Same thing. Just look at this. Just playing normal good moves, and you like immediately win. It's there's not a better reason to play the English against somebody in this cohort than this game. It just shows it's just crushing. Anybody, like D5 is just a bad move. And I think the only move I've missed in here is that once I started with D4, because I am a D4 player, and so that's just second nature. But and then this, and black's just busted on e5. Like immediately after castles, black is busted, which is kind of shocking. This is kind of a fancy move, but it sure works. And then here it's going to make, so I've done it perfectly except for I didn't play c4 one of those times. Okay, so that's it. And then you train all these, and then you would do this at some frequency. And Chessable manages all of the frequency, like when you need to sort of update it and when you should go over it. It's really pretty good. And it has a pretty good, one of my favorite things is the mobile app. So I highly recommend using that. And yeah, and that's drilling. Thanks.